Testing, testing. One, two, three, four. Mic check. One, two, one, two. Good afternoon, all of you lovely people. Hope that everyone is doing well. Hope that life is treating you grand. Hope that all the things that you deserve have received or is on its way to. I'd like to welcome you to the den, the day den. It's been a while, and I know I've been inconsistent the last few weeks. And for no particular reason, shout out. I appreciate everybody who has reached out, just to see if there were any personal concerns. And, my timeliness and, hey, that looks nice. Um, that looks real good. My timeliness in returning some of the contact, uh, of course, is poor. But everything's all good. It's just been about trying to figure something out. Right. And before we dive into that, first, I do want to say, as always, it is truly my honor, it's my privilege, but more than anything, it is my pleasure to get to chop it up with all of you lovely people. Stupid ass, cut the fucking fan off. That was one of the last guys. You got real warm in here all of a sudden. But all of you lovely people, each and every opportunity that I do get. So the title, if you saw the thumbnail, says "Correcting the Course," and you probably kind of maybe you do, maybe don't know, maybe just here to talk some shit. Like, what the fuck you mean by correcting the course? Right. Right. No, so what I've decided, and no thanks to some of our favorite little AI people, right, in the group, uh, kind of changed the course. But anyway, before we get into that, let's see what we have joining us, and then we'll dive deeply into it. Do. Shout out to Rob. What's the motherfucking deal? Let's talk about it. How are you doing this evening, ma'am? The lovely Miss Sarah Lou. How are you? Jabari Mayo. What's the motherfucking deal? The Marquis here for whatever reason. I know you asshole. I don't want to just remind me later. You want to install? I gotta have to fuck anyway. Um, it's all an illusion. What's the motherfucking deal? Always good to see you. The lovely Miss Guy Garcia. The lovely Miss K Grace joining us this afternoon. Always good to see you, ma'am. Let's see. So, Lise, please don't call the police. What's the motherfucking deal? And Manny Lamont, what's the motherfucking deal? Good to see you. It's taxi season. Shit, I wish I did. I mean, I need to stop turbo taxes or whatever the fuck I be using. 'Cause I don't be getting no money. But nah, I ain't even gonna go that far. Next year, somebody needs to let me borrow their children. Excuse me. Somebody needs to let me borrow their children next year so I can get me. So I just one time in my life, I want to get one of those. Well, we've already elected the guy, so we're not even going to get to that. But it's probably not going to ever happen again. I just want one of them big ghetto tax returns one day in my life. I just want one of them. One of them. Let me go buy a. Let me go buy a foreign vehicle and then can't make the payments on it. 4 months later, ass tax returns. That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? Let me get one of them. You know what I'm talking about? Let me get one of those. Just once in my life, right? Let me just get one of them ghetto returns. You feel me? Obviously, I ain't doing something right. I had to do some extra processing and financial. I was talking about I owe somebody and shit. Like, what? You make that, but what you talking about I owe? I ain't paying these immigrants. Anyway, um, so pardon me. I've been I've been seeing this thing going around. People talking about that they feel like there's this new sickness out there, and it's weird because it's almost kind of the same conversation people were having about Jamaican on that we're having before. The other thing happened. But yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. I gotta, but well, I don't even fuck with my people like that. I don't even know. I'm gonna have to make up some relatives. Let me go find some. Let me do what they did with the votes. Go find some dead people who ain't even alive, right? But no, all bullshit to the side. So anyway, correcting the course. I think I let the den. I don't say I think I let the den. I didn't. I blame all the women folk, right? Because when everything goes wrong, just blame women and you feel better. Um, the Dan got a little off course. I won't say I got way off course. Like I got stuck in between two things, right? And you can't quite serve two masters. Part of it was getting that old Den feeling back, but that old Den feeling, I don't know. Maybe I tied it a little bit more to the Kush Den than I should because we used to talk real crazy in the Kush Den, but it's not that. That's not the old Den feeling. The best Den conversations that we have had in this community, in terms of the depth of the conversation, the I would say maybe meaningfulness or however you want to look at it, was when we talked about real news events that were going on. And I got away from that, right? I started talking about bullshit ass celebrities, which I don't give a flying fuck about. Like I don't give a shit about celebrities, right? And I'm wasting time talking about it. Then I got maybe a little hyper focused on my disdain with black women and particular women in particular, but black women maybe so much so. And that could be due to personal matters, right? That took place at one point. And maybe I rode that train. But honestly, I started thinking about it. Like, say, okay, I'm listening to all this content. I don't have these problems. These are not issues I have. So why am I entertaining it, right? It's a waste of my time because it's not necessarily a beneficial conversation. Because I like the thing I love about the Den is not only do we have great, but I benefit from the conversation that we have. That's what I like. I love seeing the various perspectives on various topics. But I think about the best conversations that we had. They've always been about news events that have taken place. Um, think about the one. Think about it. Shout out to Lucy. Appreciate the love. Yeah, it's like it's yeah, it's what I'm saying. Somebody been saying like somebody said like yeah, like right around early January. I'm telling y'all, and this is kind of part of the reason why it's been a little bit of missing. This is not the primary reason why I've been missing, but I've been feeling like I won't say sluggish is the word I use, but I won't even say like I'm moving. It's just I don't know. I don't feel like I'm moving optimally, right? Like I can tell things are not. I just don't. I won't say I don't like. I don't want to make it sound like oh my god, I'm just dying. Yeah, I'm just not like that. It's just like I know I've been seeming like I have more allergies than usual, or I won't even call it allergies, but like I have more cough and sneeze and shit like that. And it just something seems a little odd, right? Something just seems a little odd. But who knows? Maybe I'm just becoming an old hypochondriac. But the news topics. And think of some of the great discussion. Remember, like who was the little girl? Remember the little girl with the knife and the cop shot her? That was a great conversation, right? Because it made you really look at things that were going on, that are going on in society, instead of us complaining about various hypotheticals, especially that are in the black dating community. Because once I sat back and I started looking at all the skits and stuff, and I believe the majority, like, and I started looking at, I have to check myself, right? And I'm like, so if I believe most of these things are fake, these skits and etc., I'm keeping be hitting too many different buttons. Trying to click something, and I'm hitting the shit. Why am I taking the time to even entertain it? Right? That's a low IQ thing to do. Now, maybe comment on it, whatever. But I feel like spreading it is the wrong thing to do. If I know it's fake, it's this pseudo situation that some people that came up with a skit and you know decided just to get some attention off of that benefits nobody. It's not really sparking conversation. It's just people reinforcing the shit that they believe in their echo chambers. Why am I wasting time doing that? That doesn't benefit me. It doesn't benefit any of us in the Den. It doesn't benefit society at all, right? And I just kind of had to think about like, what was my purpose? What is the purpose? What is the point of the Den? What are we getting out of it? Like, am I contributing something beneficial, or am I contributing to the trash, right? And I think by entertaining those conversations, I'm contributing more to the trash than I am to a beneficial conversation where somebody can sit back and say, hey, maybe I always thought this way about this thing, but now I can see a different light. You're never going to change people's perspectives when it comes to dating and themselves. That's just something they're going to have to learn through experience. And I really don't care about that, right? Like, I really don't care about any of that. and getting bogged down searching for those kind of conversations, it made me negative, more negative than I should be. Right? I don't like being negative. I like to attempt to look at the brighter side of things. I like to try to give people the benefit of the doubt in things. But then when you start inundating yourself with that kind of information, you will get lost in it. You will get caught up in the mix. And it'll change your demeanor, it'll change your perspective on things and the way you treat and the way you react to people. I'm trying to pull this damn thing up. I don't know. Here we go. My bad. I still ain't done the damn alerts. Like, what the hell, man? What the hell? Because what I've done actually, I'm gonna be honest, like I have my modes. My moods were like when I'm all in, I'm all in. But sometimes, like when I need to step back, like I won't even touch a computer for days. Like I might do a little something on my phone real quick or whatever if I have to maybe send an email or something. But like I won't, And so that's kind of what's happened. So I haven't been tinkering with the stuff that needs to be tinkered with. Where's the damn? Okay, here we go. And so I still need to put the alerts and deals up. So anyway, like I said, I'm saying all this to say that I just want to get back to talking about news. Minimal celebrity news. Oh, such and such. Like that shit don't fucking matter. It's so corny. I don't want to contribute to the bullshit conversation because then I become the thing that I talk down on something like a lot of these weird podcast people, especially dating podcast people, and you just I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to become that. I don't want this to turn into that. I don't want this to I don't want to go down that road. I want us to be able to have real conversations that mean something, right? Now, whether they change people's opinions, whether they do or don't, well, I can't hope it does. See the deal. I don't know if you left a message with it, but I don't know if it shows it. Shout out to Illusion for the. Okay, there he goes. I wonder why the fucking message ain't show up. Shout out to Illusion. And this is the truth. This is a fact. This is the real fact. Honcho, you can bag at minimum 3 morbidly obese white single mothers and get whatever you need by March 1st. That is a great show. I didn't think about that. We might have to make the den great again. We'll have a whole studio set up. If I work hard enough, no pun intended. If I work hard enough, you have a whole real live den studio. Right. Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. Like I started looking at myself, and I agree, man. It is. But at least I think that when we look at like real news events, it's kind of I won't say that it's about a positive, but at least we're discussing something with me, a real thing. Like it's got to the point where we love drama so much. Certain ones of us. I'm not saying everybody, just as a people as a whole. Why are there 3 in this? That we're fabricating it, right? And we talk about a lot of racial issues and shit. They're going like how much of this shit is really fake for whatever. Like we need it. We crave it so much. We start fabricating. We start making fake shit, and that makes the shit really worse. Because then you have people say, "See, look, this is what's really going," on. And it's not going on. So, and I'm not. It's a thin line on news events. I care about the shit that goes on in my reality. I tell people all the time, like the news is a terrible thing. Like I don't like watching it all day because, like you said, it can be very negative. But I'd rather speak about these things that we can take information and apply in our lives. But I do also agree with Illusion about living in your own world, and I've always kind of done that, and that's what I was thinking. I was like, I've always been a little outside of the box. I've always been to myself. I've probably spent more time with myself than is probably healthy for the average human being. But I do believe it's beneficial. I do believe that, you know, most people have probably spent less time with themselves than is beneficial for the average human being. I think so many people are looking for the next thing to entertain them or to tell them how to think or to how to move or to co-sign their beliefs. So But yeah, and that's kind of part of it. Like I'm wanting to go back to living in my own little world, and the den is like my little world. This is where I enjoy it. This is where I enjoy the conversation. This is where I enjoy talking about various things, right? Whether we agree or disagree. So I want to bring that good conversation back. I'm not going to contribute to the diversiveness, if that's not diverse, no, diversity is not what we're looking for. The dividing conversation, divisive, not diverse, divisiveness. See, look, yeah. The divisiveness that is going on, right? Everybody wants to put you at odds with everybody else. I don't want to contribute to that anymore. I don't want to, I'm not anti anything. Let me stop lying. I'm anti some things, but I just want to get back to the conversation we had. Saying all that to say this. Y'all better pardon me because I'm stuffing me a cone and getting prepared. So I do want to talk about a couple of things because I didn't have any real news topics yet. I had been kind of slightly following that story. I don't know if y'all heard the one about the little girl, I believe her name was Audrey, down here in Texas. And I believe the last update I saw was that they found her in the river. Oh man. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like so it's charged with a crime because like man, that's the crazy thing, right? He's not competent enough to stand trial, but yet he's still the president, El Presidente. That's not odd. I don't know what is, right? I don't know what is. But oh that twin man, that twin shit, yeah, I don't understand. Like that's why I know I'm old. You know how I really know I'm old? You know how I know I really know I'm old now? Like not only because a few months from now, what is this damn like 6 months I'll be fucking 7 months I'll be fucking 40. But you know how I know I'm really old? I'm old because I'm arguing with young kids about rap music. And not necessarily arguing, but just seeing their opinions and like it starts to say, y'all don't know what music is. And it's Killer Mike's fault. Right. And I don't even listen to Killer Mike like that. Like I like Killer Mike's music. I think he's a great rapper, very talented, very uh I think he's I don't want to necessarily call him a free thinker, but I think he has more of his own independent thought than most people you would consider a rapper, right? I think he has interesting ideas. He has an interesting idea on out of wedlock marriage, but not out of wedlock marriage, out of wedlock births, things like that. I find some of his concepts, some of his thoughts interesting, right? I'll always entertain a thought. Like I'm not here to so it's fucking stupid. It's the dumbest shit ever. Like no, very interesting. But when I see kids nowadays talking about, they all sound like women, right? Because most women don't listen to music for the lyrics. They don't. They listen to it for the way it makes them feel. And now I see young men talking about, no, I ain't trying to learn. I ain't trying to, think about all this shit. It's the vibe. I care about the vibe. Makes me very sad. Makes me extremely sad, right? Because some dude he posted that shit about Killer Mike went viral. He talking about he went back and like, yeah, he can rap, but it's not my shit because it's not the vibe. When we were young, it wasn't about I just like the way the music sounds. That was not how we cared about lyrics. We cared about what was being said. Like we cared about what niggas was saying. Like we cared about quote unquote bar. Like niggas say a complete sentence and they call it bars. They say some of the most ignorant shit, like because reading comprehension is at an all time low. Like Young Thug. I tried listening to Young Thug. I don't understand how he has like. This is how I know America's full of slow boogie people. TD, what's the motherfucking deal? Um, like I can't listen to this nigga. cannot like. I don't know what he's saying, and he's been out for a long time. So the newer shit is even worse, right? Because they consider him an OG and a Godfather to me. So if he's birthed motherfuckers and each generation gets worse, like I can really only imagine what the new shit is about. Yeah, it's terrible. It's awful. And I still stick to my story. And I know people are gonna argue with me. I still stick to my story that Bone Thugs and Harmony were the original mumble rappers. Y'all can argue with your mama about that one. But but hold on one second. I'm almost done stuffing this here. But yeah, so yeah, and that's how I know I've gotten to the point where yeah, it's time to get out the game. Now just it's anybody can rap. They got everybody walking up to these microphones and doing a rap song. Like where is the microphone hanging from? That's fucking true. That's extremely fucking true. That's fucking funny. Like NBA YoungBoy. How do you listen to this stuff? How do you and then how do you listen to it? And then the fucking kids love this is a NBA is a special needs child with a gun. You heard what I said, TD. I'll open up the line in a little bit. You want to argue about it? We can argue about it. Bone Thugs were the original mumble rappers. Bone Thugs in harmony, right? That's what people like. The harmony. What's the harmony? The harmony is the vibe, right? That's what people liked about Bone Thugs. They didn't know what they were saying. The niggas did not know, right? Niggas did not know. Yeah, what happened to Curtis blowing basketball? Niggas did not know what Bone Thugs was saying, right? You sit here saying you did, you didn't. On a side note, on a side note, I came to a determination this weekend. Hear me out. Manny Fresh. Manny Fresh is the greatest hip hop producer of all time. Rap slash hip hop producer of all time. You can argue with your mama about that one too. I'll argue with your mama about that one too. Oh man, look, hear me out. And if you know, here's my thing. If you think differently, if you disagree with that, I would like to know who you think the greatest hip hop or rap, whatever producer of all time is. If you disagree with that. Oh yeah. Yeah. You're absolutely right. Uh fucking the Power and the Biggie one. That was two of their best fucking songs right there. Torious Thugs. Dre. Okay. I hear you. I hear you. What would you say is Dr. Dre's best song? Best produced song. All right, my bad. What was Dr. Dre's best produced song? I didn't hit the button. I'm trying to click shut up. I've been doing shit all this time. All right. Dr. Dre's best produced song. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Manny Fresh. I just came to this conclusion about, and I had to argue, I had to debate myself over it, right? I came to this conclusion maybe yesterday, day before. Right. That was like one of the few East Coast rappers I fuck with. Like I really, really fuck with. And I'm tell you why, right? And every woman in this room, say under the age, or any woman in America actually, under the age of 45, would agree, right? Because the producer is not about the lyrics. Don't matter when it comes to the song lyrics itself. It's the song. It's the beat. It's the music, right? Name one song. Name one song that gets a bigger reaction. That gets a bigger reaction than the beginning of Back That Ass Up. Mine is Cash Money taking over for the 99 in the 2000. When that beat starts, I've never in my life seen anybody lose their mind the way they do. And here's the thing, and I'm not talking about just when songs initially come out. When it first came out, yeah, that song has got to be what was it, 99, 2000? So it's got to be like 25 years old. And it gets the same reaction every time. Get Low is not even close to Back That Ass Up. Not even remotely close. Not close. Exactly. He's to know, bro. Like I get it. Hail Mary, I can see. I can see Hail Mary, but it's like it's the hoes don't get excited for it. Like, see, the hoes get excited for Back That Ass Up, and the niggas get excited because they know the hoes getting excited because they finna get the hoes lose their entire whatever left them. Mm-hmm. Whatever sense they have left. So, Shell, you're a culture vulture. Oh, probably a couple of Usher. Usher actually had a real good. I actually enjoyed. You're not from the South. Let's get it. That's the only way. Like, if a woman says she never got, she's not from the South. I've seen the most upstanding women lose their shit. He performed at the rodeo last year. Juvenile played at the rodeo last year. Had a lot of people come out. Bun brought a lot of motherfuckers out from the South. Brought out, I mean, everybody. All the old legends, classics, and all that shit. Locals. When Juvenile Back That Ass Up came on, when I say them bitches lost their brain cells, that's hard to paint. That's definitely my workout playlist. I just need to get back working out. But it's like, now when I say they lost their shit, bitches have been pretty calm the entire show. And there were some hits were being played, right? When I say they lost their marbles, I've never seen anything like it. TD, you say you want to talk about this Bone Thugs thing. We don't talk about that. We'll talk about two other things real quick. Three other things real quick. Some of these y'all be like, what the fuck you talking about? Hunch, I don't know who these people are. Some of these y'all be like, what the fuck? Hunch, I think shit. We're talking about celebrities. I told you I didn't have no news stories today. And I plan on, look, no, Lone hold me to. I plan on having an evening then because I know the day then was a little thrown off because there is a story I want to talk about tonight. Um, because it's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. I was gonna talk about it yesterday. We're gonna talk about it tonight. Get on that too. So Floyd Mayweather did something that bothers me. Floyd Mayweather did a thing that bothers me that a lot of black people do. And pardon me that I'm eating shit. I ain't had lunch yet. I don't even think I really had breakfast. I had these ghetto nachos, making real tortilla chips out of tortillas. Good shit. I mean, like it's. I really got to think about it, right? But the reason why I say Manny is number one because of that song, and then the other song. Yeah, like so that's why I say he's the number one producer. So like Back That Ass Up puts him like up there with song energy reaction. But think about like That And Then What from Jeezy. The one he did with T.I. That song, I'm not a T.I. fan, but T.I. smashed that bitch. And he just had an energy that nobody else could replicate. Like, I've never seen, like, Timbaland had his own little sound, but you can find a lot of Timbaland's biggest hits were definitely samples. Like, a lot of people didn't realize it, but they were really samples. And he sampled a lot of Indian shit. So it wasn't familiar with us over here. But he was listening to some other shit. He was sampling like a lot of Indian music. And then so I definitely would say More Than a Woman. The Greatest, yeah. More Than a Woman was sampled from something. It's another one. Like, it's a lot of hits, a lot of shit he did for Missy and Aaliyah that were definitely sampled. But I'm not knocking him. I'm not saying man he didn't sample either. I'm just saying like Manny Fresh is just different. I've never heard anybody else quite like him. You know what I'm saying? I never listened to a lot of MF Doom. J Man, what's the motherfucking deal? I know a lot of people love MF Doom. I was never really high on De La Soul. They say Nas, I fuck with Nas. Um, I was never big like on Wu Tang and shit like that. I just wasn't really on a lot of East Coast shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it. So I'm almost contradicting myself because when I was younger, like to me, the East Coast they were telling too many damn stories. I wasn't trying to. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what's the motherfucking deal? That's what you get. But like I ain't gonna lie, because it was just like it was just the more southern storytelling is what I gravitated towards. Um, let me see. What else was it? What else was it? Missy, look, Missy is Missy is like Missy Mia X as far as my favorite female rappers. They're like right there. So, so, so hear me out. All right. So do y'all know the really big obese female rapper that's been going viral? I can't think of her name. Thank the Moss. Thank the Moss. Think about it for a second. And if you don't know who Dank DeMoss is, check it out and decide for yourself. Bro, I noticed those ghetto shit. Like, Hunter, what the fuck you got pushed all over your face? Dank DeMoss been in my DMs. Like, Hunter, what the fuck is wrong with you? I wouldn't tell anybody that. But on New Missy, yeah, I can respect. I think it's all good thing. Like Missy came on, you was fucking with it, but yeah, I don't think people really just went out. Well, niggas, I don't think like, yeah, man, hey, you got that New Missy album? Yeah, I don't definitely would say that. Um, but yeah, so this is kind of part of what made me realize that I've been being negative for no reason, right? Because she's been posting stuff on her Instagram, right? And it comes up on my timeline. And my negativity and disdain for the internet black woman caused me to put rude comments on this woman's page, right? When, in fact, she's a very big woman. She's been going to the gym. trying to, you know, I guess get healthy. I will never, I said I will never knock somebody for trying to get in better shape, regardless of the condition that they're currently in. Now, if you're sitting here, I'm just a lard ass and it's okay, I'm just gonna stay a lard ass and I ain't gonna do nothing about it. It's okay for people to be lard asses. No, I get on your ass for that. But if you are really trying to better yourself, right, then I should not have said anything. I made a comment. She's on her stomach, I guess, showing that she's losing some weight, you know. And it's a lot. It was a lot of front stomach. Right? I'm not gonna lie. It was a lot of. It was a lot of front fucking stomach. And so I guess I said, I guess that front booty hole hit different because it looked like an ass in the front, right? And it looked like a whole. Shouldn't have said that. Should not have. There was no place for me to go in and throw salt on somebody who's trying to make progress. Right? No. She shouldn't have wearing an outfit out. She shouldn't have been. Oh, oh, everything's on the table, right? But here's the deal. She actually replied to the shit in my DM as laughing, whatever. Found it very humorous. And that's when I had to catch myself. I'm like, why? I'm being angry at this person I don't know for whatever reason. Little chip crust on my side. Yeah. But yeah, I said something like, I guess that front booty hole hit different, something like that. And yeah, I should have said. Kind of glad I did because it's kind of funny. But there was really no reason for me to attack that person and say those things. Right? Because I do believe that the energy you put out into the world, you will get back. Right? So unprovoked, engage in a behavior that I should not have. So there's that. Um, but Floyd Mayweather, I'm sorry, yeah, Floyd Mayweather did something that bothers me that a lot of us do as black folks. And what he did was said he's not going to speak on another situation because it's a black man. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not going to speak on this because it's another black man, but he was talking about P. Diddy. And to summarize it, he basically said that if his daughter would have got caught in that situation, he wouldn't have felt bad for her because she knows what she's doing. So one, makes me wonder about the daughter with NBA YoungBoy. Right? I guess he don't really give a fuck. Shit. I tried, bitch. I know how these bitches be. So maybe he don't give a fuck. Um, I just to pull that shit up, and that's why I say I got to get off of all these fucking things. It's like I just see too much shit, and oh, Kodak getting free. I didn't know he was locked up again. That nigga stay locked up. But yeah, he said that if his daughter were one of the alleged victims, he would have been hurt, but it would have been a choice that she made. What the fuck is going on, right? And to me, I find that interesting. Like I'm not the only thing I find fault with is him saying I'm not gonna speak down because it's another black man. um, but yeah, so here's the thing, right? Oh man, I've been up to shenanigans of tomfoolery. Here's the thing. All right, dude, I got you. Here's the thing. I don't necessarily find fault with what he said, right? I mean, but you probably want to go murder P. Diddy. I would think that, like, so then maybe wonder, like, what kind of relationship, how strong a relationship that Floyd does have with his children. Or is he one of those money parents, right? He is the money team, so I guess he's a money parent. There was that, and then the other thing, that chick, right? Yeah. The one that does that show, the little white chick, the little Bobby chick. Have you seen? Have you heard? But a little bird told me a word. Some people are saying it's AI. Some people are saying it's the real deal. But I find it funny because, like, remember when quote unquote leaked tapes were like damaging for a career? It used to be bad for your, I guess, legacy or something, shit like that. Now it seems like everybody, it's just part of the career path into being a celebrity. That at some point in time, some kind of visual abuse, leak out, and then people actually end up fucking with you more, which is super weird, right? But this is the world that we live in. My last chip. I just had to get that one out the way. All the rest of the chips are naked and they ain't got no heavy cheese on. Find them like, what's that? Well, shit, it is Wednesday. Yeah, so shame. Yeah, you're right. Shame is not a thing anymore. All right. Okay. Let's see what I be doing. I be fluctuating temperatures too much. It's super cold now. It's fucking warm in this motherfucker. It's on my list of things to do. All right. So I'm gonna open up the line. Today we're just gonna chop it up, chit chat. We missed a lot of things over the last. I said it was last shit. I lied. There's a lot of things going on over the last few days. Um, I didn't even see the outcome of the Fannie Willis. And I was laughing. Miss Grace kept calling her Fannie Pack. That's just funny as shit. Um, yeah. So let's get this party started. TD wants to argue about the Bone Thugs being the original mumble rappers, and he's going to present this argument. Whatever he says, he's going to be wrong, right? Because you cannot. Excuse me. That you're going to say that's going to convince me otherwise. Also, that's right. I used to put Bust in that category, but not so much, right? Not so much. Like I'm aware. Buster just raps extremely fast, right? Um, Speaking of that, I got a call the other day, right? And if I'm not mistaken, they were from New Mexico. They were from. It was from. I get a lot of calls from New Mexico, actually. Right? Very odd that like the number of calls that I get from various states. New Mexico is very. It's up there. It's one of the states I probably receive one of the most calls from. The guy's name was not like a regular first name, but his last name was like Rainwater, or it was something awful. It was one of those stereotypical Indian sounding names, right? And then the way he talked, the way he spoke was kind of not saying he's slow, but he just got a slower came like how like on all the movies you always see like the Indians, they talk more like this, and you understand everything that they have to say. So it was that, and his name was like something Rainwater or something Rain Goat or something, just some kind of crazy thing. The first thing that they saw once he was born, they named him after that, like type situation, and I thought that was fucking hilarious. Like I thought it was extremely odd, but fucking hilarious. Anyway, I might have doxed him. I might have said his name. We're gonna be looking for it. What's his name? Johnny Rainwater. Let's see what this guy's all about. Um, but let's talk about it. Let me open up the line. Make sure I got the shit set on the right shit. Um, doo, doo, doo. Yeah. All right, let's take a look. Doo, doo, doo. Wow. Waiting on that. Yeah, I'm trying to get this color right because the color correction looks really odd on this. Because when it makes it look blurry. But two, because the camera shows as normal. This is a purple shirt. It shows up relatively purple on screen, but when I first put it on, it looks like really blue if I don't have any of the default settings. So it looks really weird. Uh, so I've been tinkering with that. But I guess that actually kind of helps. Color appearance, what do you want to call it? Anyway, so like I said, we're up at the line. A lot of things been going on. A lot of stuff been happening. But the whole conversation about this is just definitely to stay focused on a particular kind of content because content was getting all over the place and it was just everywhere. But I still do intend to do the game. I enjoy the game nights. So what I'm thinking with game nights, maybe Friday evenings, we'll reserve those for game nights, something like that. Um, because that was the twist of the den, right? Is that we did talk about real shit. I remember some of you came with the Brandon Weber situation. I remember that was a great conversation a lot of us had. We of course the Jesse Smollett, the Jesse Smollett, you know what I'm saying, was an interesting conversation that a lot of us came together on. Malia Davis, and I'm gonna say that's kind of where it fucked up for me. I'm gonna be honest. That's why, if y'all noted, put the fan up. But I kind of stopped talking about news shit for a while after the Malia Davis. I'm not going to. Uh, Man, I haven't even started. I haven't even fucked with like. I still want to get the. All righty, lovely Miss Sarah Lou. You have an awesome day as well. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us this morning. Hope you can catch us this evening. Because the story I'm gonna talk about this evening, if y'all haven't heard it, I said that I wasn't deliberately gonna go in bashing on certain groups. I'm gonna bash certain groups because I got to bash, but it will be in the context of particular stories, right? The Malia situation, I ain't gonna lie, that shit, like just talking about it, so it that shit took a toll on me because it was super fucked up. And that's kind of when I heard that other little situation with the little white girl, Audrey. I believe her name was Audrey. They found her in the fucking Trinity, I believe, like up in Dallas somewhere. Craziness. Another crazy story. Um, custom crotch community. Definitely have to add that to it. Have y'all seen the fucking? Have y'all seen like the videos where like somebody will say something super racist, and then they'll like pause the video and then they'll go to their notes app. They'll like screen record going over their notes app, and then they'll go down to a list of all the racist terms they have for people. Bro, that shit is the funniest shit. So the coworker knows her parent. Oh, the little girl. Yeah, that's a crazy fucking story. And the dude, the roommate, whoever it was, I mean, he looked crazy as shit. You know what I'm saying? But so yeah, but the videos are crazy. What was the other one? What was one I saw the other way? It was you discolored 3/5 of a human being. Some shit. Something. It was crazy, and it was wild. It was wild. So it was very very bad. But here we are. Added to the notes. See the fact. Well, it's a different anyway. It's racist when you say it, not when I say it. But again, it's a situation where, bro, like we're. I don't want to say the times are fucked up. They are. Like the direction people are allowed to go, we are. But it's not. I think we just have more information to share. I think we're. I won't say safer off. We'll get into that. Well, what's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we got calling into the den this afternoon?
Well, you just slipped and bumped your motherfucking head. Well, you mean to tell me, bro, you been away from the chat this damn long to come back to say the shit that you just said not too long ago.
That Bone Thugs was the first mumble rappers.
Yeah. So in
Bro,
other words, you comparing these niggas. Yeah, like so. In other words, you comparing these niggas to the Young Thugs, the sorry ass fucking Migos. Who else? What Young Boy? Like the list goes on. Like nigga, do you understand the definition of a mumble rapper, bro?
explain to me your definition of a mumble rapper.
Mumble rappers are the ones that you can't understand what the fuck they saying, bro. They just crying on the damn track the whole time. They just going with the beat. With
Oh,
like with niggas like Bone Thugs, they rap fast in the motherfucker, but you can still understand what they saying. Plus they, you know what I'm saying, them niggas can go. Like that's really what I call. Which is like what you smoking on, my nigga?
ain't tell me what this is. This is good. Um, my thing is this. My thing is this. Do you feel like most people can understand? Well, not in the context of just you yourself, because you may be understanding. But do you think that the majority of people who listen to Bone Thugs and Harmony would have a clear understanding of what they're talking about?
Hold on, because I'm in the bad ass area, bro. My phone breaking up a little bit. I'm driving these trucks. Repeat what you just said.
So, do you think that most people would
Uh,
believe, or would be able to clearly understand, not you yourself, but most people who, if you put on Bone Thugs and Harmony track for the majority of society, do you think that they would be able to adequately understand what was being said?
I wouldn't say most, but the niggas that's really in tune, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
okay,
think they understand.
okay. Now, do you think if you put on
Oh, do you understand? Do you understand what they said?
somewhat, it's been a couple times I had to go back and hear some shit. There's a couple times I had to look up some lyrics and then I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. All I know is I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all. But nah, now take let's say Tupac, right? Do you think that if you put on any random Tupac track, that the majority of society, whether they hip hop heads or not, would be able to clearly understand what he's speaking?
Oh yeah, for sure. Hell yeah.
Okay.
But you
So
gotta think about it, bro. Like everybody not Tupac, my nigga. Everybody not, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause Pac had a way that, like, he can put it in a way to make you understand. You know what I'm saying? Like Bone Thugs, they was more so a spitters, my nigga. You feel what I'm saying? It's the difference between the rapper and the spitter. You know that, right?
okay, yeah, I can feel you. But here's my thing though, right? So okay, well, let me get your definition, right? Let me make sure because sometimes people use terminologies and our definitions will be different. So for the clarity of the conversation and everybody listening, provide me your explain to me your difference of the rapper and the spitter.
Rapper, what you mean? Like,
You said there's a
explain the
difference
difference
between a
between
rapper
the
and a spitter,
rapper and the
right?
what?
You said there's a difference between a rapper and a
Yeah.
spitter. Okay, could you explain to me what the difference is?
Well, rapper is like more so it's just poetry in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, like Tupac. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't throwing like a bunch of punchlines and metaphors and all that shit at you. You know what I'm saying? See, like that's like with Biggie. Like when they compare Biggie, see, like Biggie, Biggie still had that style that niggas still love to this day. You know what I'm saying? Biggie was a spitter, my nigga. You feel me? Like he wasn't like, he wasn't necessarily like telling stories in his rhymes and shit like that. Like he got some songs like that, but but uh, like he was more so of a spitter, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? I mean, you heard some of this shit on this dangerous. Ain't too many
So you
can
saying
hang with us straight up. We know angel dust.
yeah? So you
Yeah,
saying the
like
spitter
shit
is
like
a
that.
more lyrical rap. Between the two,
More,
the spitter's more lyrical. Between those two, between a rapper and a spitter, the
I'm not
spitter's the
gonna,
more lyrical.
I'm not gonna use lyrical because Pop is lyrical as well, bro.
Okay.
Like I say, they more so like the spitters is more so like punchlines. You know what I'm saying? Like punchlines, metaphors. Like what? Like you can throw Wayne in that category. Like Wayne, he's a spitter. You feel
Yeah.
me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he probably done it like
You know,
nobody else.
like
Okay,
shit.
so you said that Bone Thugs you said they spitters. Like what's a
Yeah.
memorable Bone Thugs bar, a metaphor that comes to mind for you? Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't have one. I mean, these niggas rapped about welfare checks, my boy. Like, and it was cool back then. You feel me? Like it was cool. But because it sounded good, why? The hook sounded good. That's what niggas love. The first of the month, wake up, grab your
Yeah.
chest, and that was cool. But after that,
Yeah.
man, and then my sister taking, you don't know what the fuck them niggas was talking about, my boy. Come on, man, like, like I was listening to that
I
bitch
see
the
what
other day and
you're
I caught
saying,
some new
bro.
shit, huh?
I see what you're saying, bro, but I don't know. I can't let you give me that card like that, bro. Them
And the
niggas
trouble,
was mumble rappers,
but
bro.
I've been saying this for a long. It hurt me when I first say, look, I say things that I feel are true. It's not that I necessarily like it or I'm rooting for it, but if we're gonna apply these principles, you feel me? You gotta apply the principles across the board. Like that's the same context. Like the Migos or the whoever, every little rapping nigga nowadays. Like this the hook that catch you in. That's the hook. It hook you in,
Uh huh.
and then the rest of it is maybe the beat or the little melody is cool or whatever. But you have time you don't know what the fuck they saying, or the shit they
Well,
saying
I
that don't
say
make sense.
this. I say this. The beat is your shit, but your words is gonna make me bump your shit. You feel me?
Uh-huh.
Cause like you could be saying some fire ass shit, but if that beat trash, I ain't gonna want to listen to it, bro. To be honest with you, I don't give a fuck who it is.
That's true. That's true.
You feel what I'm saying? So like, I mean, let me ask you this. So you say you think you say like Bone Thugs, you done heard some shit to where you be like, okay, what the fuck y'all talking about, right? That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: do you think Eminem, you think Eminem a mumble rapper? Cause I like a lot of his shit, you can listen to him like, damn, this nigga go hard in a bitch. He killing that bitch. But what the fuck is he talking about?
But
You know what
my,
I'm
my
saying?
thing my thing with Eminem, this is what I'm gonna tell you about Eminem, right? And people will always say Eminem got a pass because he was white or he was this, and this. Eminem did have a different. Eminem did have an advantage, and I'm never about anybody not using your advantage because he did have the skills to utilize that advantage because he was able to talk about shit that people was gonna listen to that ain't too many niggas gonna listen to. If I came out spitting something, I'm gonna kill my mom, put her in the closet, and go do some other like niggas that call the laws on this nigga. This nigga, got some issues, but
Yeah,
he had a group of people that could relate to that, and then he built off that. But he could actually fucking rap. So I'm not gonna take that away from him at all because the motherfucker is one of he's
you
put
fucking
together
right.
some of the greatest motherfucking bars you never heard. So I'm not taking that away from him. So he used his advantage though. But no, I wouldn't say Eminem. I get what Eminem is saying. You know what I'm saying? Like I get what he's saying. So it's not like I don't think that, other than maybe was it Rap God or something like that, or one of them songs he was just really just going off on because I guess kind of like the Busta Rhymes deal. It was like one of them songs that I might have had
Well,
to
I should get
double
on
back.
your ass. I should get on your ass about Busta Rhymes too, but I'm gonna leave that alone
Why? What
right
about
now.
Busta
Go ahead.
Rhymes?
I'm
What?
gonna let
What?
you
Let
finish.
me on the phone. What about
Nigga,
Busta Rhymes?
my nigga, that nigga Busta Rhymes that nigga's a fool. What? Like,
I don't fuck with
I
Busta Rhymes.
mean,
Busta one of my favorite. Well, I won't say one of my favorite, but Busta's up there. Like I'm a big. I wouldn't say big. I'm not a big fan of anybody. I guess
nah, of
I'm not
course
gonna say,
not.
but
Of
I
course
like
not.
Busta Rhymes music.
Put it like this, bro. Basically, what I'm saying, I mean, bro, we both been around for a minute to
Yeah,
understand like the art of this shit, right?
yeah.
We know the ones that can spit and can't, my nigga. Whether you listen to their shit or you don't. That's like I take Nas for an example. I don't fuck with Nas, but I'm not crazy. Like he got some. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, he not in my top five or no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But Nas, like, he got something. I ain't gonna take it from him. Like shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like we know the niggas that can spit, bro. Is what I'm saying. Shit, now like, well, now you got busted fucked up. That nigga, you say he was a mumble rapper too?
I wouldn't say he was like. I wouldn't. I don't want to put him in that category because I wouldn't like give me some more like Busta rap. Busta went hard. I wouldn't put Busta in the mumble rap category. I could understand Busta, but some people maybe not. You know what I'm saying? It was just to me like hold on. This is what I'm gonna do. Just somebody. What do you think is the most popular Bone Thugs and Harmony song? I'm gonna pull up the lyrics and we're gonna break this down and we're gonna find out if I
You
guarantee.
asking me, right?
Yeah, I'm asking you. Here, matter of fact, look, I pulled up. I pulled up first of the month. Let's see right here. Nobody got it like this. This is terrible. Okay. All right. Matter of fact, let me do this for y'all.
I mean, to answer your question, my all-time favorite song from the niggas was Thug and Brooklyn Phone.
All
You
right,
know what
bet.
I'm
We're
saying?
not against rap. We're not against rappers. But we are
Yeah,
against those thugs. Okay,
it's
cool.
those thugs. You feel me?
I'm with it.
That's my all-time favorite track,
I'm
bro.
with it. Man, you know what?
Let me ask you something
Yeah,
before
what's
you
that?
do all this. Give me your top five right now. Whether it's underground or whether like commercials. Like, give me your top five right now. Like the niggas you would like put up against in the battle rap. Shit.
That's a tough deal, right? Like, so are we talking about like top five what I'm listening to in my top five of all time? Because you're saying right now,
Yo,
so like
nigga, your top, like the niggas you fuck with. You know what I'm saying? The niggas you listen to and you fuck with. Like, give me your top five right now.
like what I'm listening to right now, the nigga that I'm fucking with heavy because a lot of the shit that I came up on, them niggas not
Dead
really
or
making music,
alive.
huh? They not making music like that no more. The niggas I came up on, like I told y'all, like I'm a
What?
Bun
It don't
fan.
matter.
Yeah, we're talking about all time. That's hard, bro. Let
Yeah,
me think.
it don't matter. Dead
Okay.
or alive. It don't matter. Give me your top five right now, and I'll tell you mine.
Uh, I already know Bun and Podina in there. That's easy.
You say
Um,
who?
Bun and Podina, the Bone and Pokey, they definitely in there.
Oh yeah,
They
okay,
almost
okay.
spitting.
All right.
Um,
That's two.
oh, this is a tough fucking question, man. Um, I think
in no particular order. It ain't gotta be, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not even putting them in order. I'm just really thinking like, cause Nas is up there for me. Like Nas is up there for me. I'll tell you who definitely is top 5 dead or alive. Jadakiss. He in there.
Okay. Okay. He on my list.
Jada
You say Jadakiss?
Yeah, Jada definitely in that bitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh, because if we talking about man, because it's can we do duos as duos because you know what I'm saying? Because if I put the Bun and the Pimp like separate, it just don't. It really ain't working right. Because even with the
Man,
Bun,
that's a group, bro. That's a group. Like if you like, nah, you gotta give me. You know what I'm saying? Because if you like for me, I take Pimp C over Bun. You know what I'm saying?
But see, this is what I'm saying. Also, what happens now is we're talking about the context. Like, because if you're saying like if I was talking about to go to battle, then it's certain niggas who I think would be more on that be able to go to battle. But then this nigga, if you're talking about to give you something that's gonna touch your soul, I think it's very,
however you want to look at it, huh, Joe? You look at too much into it, bro. However you want to look at it, my nigga. Just give me your top 5.
It's too many. Because like I say, because then I'm gonna put some, and I'm gonna feel like I'm leaving some people out that all right, the Pimp gotta go in that thing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So what's that? That's 4. That's 5. That's it. The Bun, the Pimp, Jada, Nas,
okay.
And man, it's hard. Like man, I need my little notepad. Like 5 is. They say give a top 10. Let me see. Let me just take some. Let me see. You know, I'm already a little lit trying to remember all this shit. Nas, the Pimp, the Bun, the Pimp, and the Bun. I said Jada top 5 that alive. Yeah, I feel like see, that's what I'm saying, man. Like I'm thinking all this. I need to slip my mind. Wayne gotta be in that. Wayne gotta be in that. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, okay, well look, I'll give you mine. I'll go ahead and give you mine, right?
Okay.
No particular order.
Yeah.
No particular order. Mo 3, Wayne, that's 2. Eminem, that's 3. Z-Ro, and I might be leaving somebody off too. I know I am. Cause it is more. Cause I can say Jadakiss. I can say Scarface. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And shit, I went on.
Yeah. I mean, I feel what you said.
Yeah, it's too hard. It's the same time. Like, does he even say top? It's like if I could make just a list. And look, it's difficult. I think it's difficult for me from like 1 to 10, and just to put a number 1 on that motherfucker is tough, bro. Like it's and then like as I've gotten older, because my tastes have changed, being exposed to different music and shit. Like, and then certain shit to me is like how it may not even be a motherfucker who's lyrical. It could be some shit that got you through a certain time in your life that you relate, certain music to. Because in that case, like we tie certain shit to shit. Lil O, Fat Rat with the Cheese, shit. Look, that was a soundtrack at one point in time. You know what I'm saying? Like it's certain music that you gonna resonate with, and certain. And I'm not saying top of Lil O is in my top 10, so I'm not gonna go ahead and fuck with the boy. He can spit, but I'm not gonna say that. Yeah. It's
how you feel about Devin the Dude?
Devin the Dude is one of the greatest of all. That's what I'm saying. Devin the Dude, one of my favorites of all time. Like that's one of those situations.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then like I said, even with the list I just gave, I forgot I already put Pokemon, so I already went over on it. It's impossible. I don't think I can give you a solid 10. I might need a 15.
All right.
It's too hard. It's too difficult.
I got you, bro.
For me to pinpoint, like, because again, I like diversity, because it's gonna be a certain time I might say, and again, as the music trend, and then you gotta look at like how much of a person's body of work is. Like I would put Jeezy maybe somewhere on that list, maybe in that little range, because Thug Motivation 101 was one of the greatest albums of all time.
So okay, when you hop in the slab, right? When you hop in the slab, nigga.
Ride Dirty.
What, like who you probably like? Who you listen to first, one, nigga? Ride dirty.
Riding dirty. If it's just, and it depends on what kind of ride we taking. You know what I'm saying? But again, is it's like,
Okay, if you got a bitch in the car with you, what you say?
what he say? If the bitch up in your ride, she don't like this talk. Put her ass on the highway, make that bitch walk. Still jamming ride dirty. What you talking about? I'm jamming. What you talking about? So again, so again, and that's what I'm saying. And then it's funny because we talk about all this stuff, and then I come on here and I be a hypocrite. I'm like, we need to stop doing all these things in the black community because it's bad, it's terrible. And then we start talking about rap music, and then all that shit go out the window because this shit has been ingrained in us, right? But you got to learn. We got to teach the youth when you got not to be believing this shit, and when it can be a positive. Yeah, man, it's a tough question, bro. Like you see, you asking tough. Hold on, no, we got to get back to the source of this conversation. We got derailed a little bit.
Yeah.
You said Thuggish Ruggish Bone.
Yeah.
All right, here's read the first verse. You're feeling the strength of the rump. Step up, hear the funk of the jump that thugsters feel. Just be thugging, straight buzzing, loving your people because we're so real. Chill, better bring your weapon. We're stepping, bring on that ammunition. Tripping, don't slip, not to mention, never knew no competition.
Never knew no
But I gotta get
competition.
mine,
But
so
I gotta
scream
get
out
my
mo.
I live it. Yeah. What you don't understand about that?
Okay, that I ain't gonna lie, because like now that I come back, I had to think about it. Yeah, that one was not. I can't. Okay, Thuggish Ruggish Bone. All right, yeah, okay. You got me on that one. But again,
I can throw out another one for you, bro.
Okay, but hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Hold on. Let me just scroll the entire list. I was trying to read it all properly. Y'all saw what happened, right? I was trying to read it all proper, and then the rhythm start getting in your head. You will start slowly but surely. That's what I'm telling y'all. This shit got, man. Look, y'all thinking this shit don't have control over the music will get you. You trying to be, I'm going to read this in a regal manner. We're gonna read this the next you know you rapping a little bit. Nah, it's not. That shit wasn't mumbling. I remember that shit like because I'm listening to that bitch. I'm hearing that. I'm in the car with my teacher. I'm hearing this motherfucker as I'm reading this shit. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. Solis, who is the youngest person here right now? Solis. Broderick. This has nothing to do with you. Get out the restroom. How is it Solis sus? You saying that you need to clear? What are you saying, Jamel? I wish I got going on this shit. I never really I'm be honest, like, I never really rock with Mo3 like that. I heard a lot of motherfuckers talking about him, and the shit that I've heard from him I like. You know what I'm saying? But I just never really got off into his music.
That nigga, bro.
I know niggas just say that's the Dallas Zero. I just never really got off into his shit. So I ain't knocking. I'm not saying like I don't fuck with a lot of shit from Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Like one is not a lot of shit from Dallas. There ain't some dancing shit. But then like I just don't. It's hard for me to listen to niggas rap who wear fatbacks. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But no, I mean, but everything I heard from O3 was live. Zero, I fuck with Zero, but Zero, cause you can't listen to all the Zero catalog. It's like Zero old catalog is the shit that really went the hard, like the hardest. It probably ruined the lives of hundreds of thousands of Houstonians, and who knows the total numbers worldwide. And I say that jokingly, but Zero made motherfuckers but Zero made you listening to too much Zero, you're gonna be hating your people. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna think everybody against you. It'll put you in a negative mind, but the shit went hard. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna say the shit did not go hard, but it puts you in that should have put you in a fucked up mindset. But New Zero is cool, but this nigga too motherfucking happy, man. Like it's like I need this nigga to be like I need you to find a balance. If I find a middle ground. Because Happy Zero just don't sound right, but he still go hard. And Old Zero go hard, but it's just too depressed to listen to too much of it. I know I'm being very nitpicky, but
See, man, I gotta disagree with you on that shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, what on the zero?
Yeah. I mean, nah, it's like his shit. I agree with that. It's old shit in the beginning. It was a little depressing and shit. I ain't gonna lie, but like you say, it still went hard, bro. But nah, my nigga, because if that's the case, that nigga make your music good. If his music make you feel that way, shit, you got Megan Thee Stallion out here got bitches thinking they got more than what they had when they broke as fuck.
You know I'm
You know what I'm
anti Megan
saying?
Thee Stallion, you know. Look, I'm
Like, you
anti
know what I'm
the
saying? Like,
majority of female rap right now, and I'm not
so like
afraid
you
to
can't
say it.
say that. You can't say that.
Why not?
You gotta take it for what it is. You know, cause shit.
Man, it's bad.
I
What
mean,
is it,
cause
man? Look, hold
first of
on, man.
all,
I wish I could show you, man. I might have sent it to a couple. I might have sent it to Trio. I don't be sending Broderick. Broderick, look, Broderick, he ain't in my inner real circle. You got to be. I can't trust Broderick. You know, when motherfucker be sending people reels all day. I don't know about that nigga, bro. But I sent it to somebody. I think I sent it to Trio. Now it's basically a sexy blue out here. You know what I'm saying? This has been doing the same shit. Talking about I popped the plan B, but it ain't work. I'm still pregnant. I took the $500. Fuck, I ain't gonna get the abortion. I'm going to do this. I'm going to spend on some business. And it's just like some super ratchet ass shit. And it's a bitch that look like basically like Sexy Red just got blue heaving and shit. All these bitches rapping the same off the wall ass shit, right? And it just makes no sense, right?
ain't
Because the
nothing
women
sexy
reading this
about
shit.
that though.
Huh?
Said ain't nothing sexy about that hoe.
It's all terrible. It's all terrible. Fried okra?
Yeah, next subject.
But it's like it's terrible, bro. Like and that's what I say. Like I know that they've listed a couple of positive black female rappers, but they not going around. They're not getting that. I mean, it's off the wall. Hey, I got something for you. Look, let's talk about that. I'm glad we brought this up. All right, and for the older folks in the chat, the non-Solises, Solis, drop that top five. I need to hear Solis's top five right now because I feel like it's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be like Rob 49 and oh no, it's gonna be some off the wall shit. But hold on one second. I'm gonna put you on the call after this comment, J Mel. So here's the thing. We talk about the music today, and people say, "Well, y'all was listening to bad music back then. So what y'all think? You know what I'm saying? What y'all think? I send you a ton of shit, bro. I send you the best shit. That's why I don't send you nothing. That's why I ain't. Forget about it. So, have you seen T.I.'s other son? No, T.I.'s other son actually can rap a little bit. Not the Big Tooth King. King is terrible. The other
The money.
son, his other son actually got a little something, which is crazy. And it's not on no gangster shit. It's like I won't say he on some J. Cole shit, but he's on some more thoughtful. I don't know how many kids this nigga got. This nigga infecting the country.
Money can
But
spit,
so
bro.
but here you go. Here you go right here, right? Okay. The other day, I saw a video come on talking about Shake It Like a Salt Shaker. They were talking about that song. Remember that song back in the day?
Yeah.
If you were singing that song back in the day, you were singing a song that was a club song and it was not meant for appropriate scenario. But the whole premise of the song, it did not sound inappropriate. So, like, if you didn't know what the fuck he was talking about, you just saying some shit. You're not thinking about it, right? But now the music is so blatant, they just hands on your knees, let your coochie breathe, right? They're so just blatant, they're just so
Yeah.
straightforward with this dumb shit. But people are saying you had the same music, but again, this is why I say radio edits mattered. This is why I say the artists now are way dumber because they don't have radio and they just bleep the words out. Like back in the day, it had a whole different song with different lyrics for the radio, where the shit you wasn't supposed to be saying either got altered into a new line or they blanked it out in a certain way or whatever. But think about it. Like I never thought about it. Right? Never thought about it. Shake it like a salt shaker. That's not
Who
about
didn't
no shaking,
understand
man.
that, bro?
Huh? But what
Like,
is
who
he
didn't understand that?
what was he what were they saying when they said shake it like a salt shaker? What do you feel like they were saying in that song?
Like, shit. Like, they trying to get the bitches to dance. Like, Shit, I mean, it's self-explanatory. What you thought they was talking about?
What do you do with a salt shaker?
Shake it.
How do you shake a salt shaker?
Hey, see now I see where you trying to get it.
What you say?
Yeah, I see where you trying to get it with this shit.
Yeah. So
I just had to think about it.
yeah, it took me a second myself. I was like, man, wait, what? And it was just breaking news, bro. Um, I was a terrible person. Shaking like a Polaroid picture, a completely different song. But here's the thing too, right? Damn it. Also, it's another video somebody sent me.
I see what you're saying though,
Yeah,
my nigga. I
it's
see
like,
what you're saying though.
but everything is a joke. Everything is a joke. And then what's the other one? It's a video I need to share, which I might have shared. I think I sent it to. I don't know who I sent it to. I need to post in the DM. But that they took that never would have made it and chopped it up into a rap song, and now they stepping and doing all this. Like that's why I was talking about how the Black Church became
Oh,
a
you talking
joke.
about the church? You talking about
Yeah.
the church song?
Yeah, they chopped it up. They like they got these little girls in the front like they finna do a performance. They stepping and doing all this other shit. Like, is this a motherfucking me?
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
they doing all this other shit. Like it's crazy, bro. Like I said, this shit
Damn.
been becoming a joke. But I'm gonna post that shit in the chat. So yeah. But
Why you
all right,
play? Why
I'm
you play
finna
with
bring
God like that?
J Mail in. J Mail say he wanted to debunk this argument. Call in J Mail so I can add you to the thing. That's the easiest way to do it. Broderick, you're lost. That's not surprising. We were talking about a variety of things, Broderick. We were talking about how mumble rap or Bone Thugs were the original mumble rap. When I said that earlier in the show, TD did not agree with what I was saying. So he called in to say that he felt that Bone Thugs were mumble rap. Now I don't think Thuggish Ruggish Bone was the best lyric to use. Let me see. Let me see. Because that was a song that, you
But did I debunk that shit though? That's the question. Did I debunk that shit? What you
uh,
were saying, or do you
I think
still
in
feel that
that
way?
particular song, because like I think if we pull up the lyrics like Crossroads or something, not the original one, I think the radio version, I think that people will be surprised at some of the things that were being said. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shit.
Nah, bro, you
Do
wrong
it
on
again. My
that,
bad.
bro.
I ain't see.
I
Here we
ain't
go.
gonna lie to you.
My bad. I don't know why the square ain't show up on that one. Shit.
I'm like, damn, this nigga
Was
ordering
you
me
out
on
there?
the bin now.
Hello. 10-4 radio.
Yeah, you hear me?
All right. Email you there?
Yeah, I'm here. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. All right. So you say you were here to debunk this argument.
Yeah. Okay. So let me tell y'all where the confusion comes in. For one, there is a such thing as a mumble rapper.
Yes.
There's some motherfuckers that get in the studio and don't say a single fucking word. But some of these new age rappers have been miscategorized as mumble rappers simply because of their cadence or their accent or a combination of the two. So the Migos are sometimes hard to understand, but they are saying real words.
It's fucking trash.
So I think that's where the confusion comes in. Because just because you can't understand them, you call it mumble rap. But they got niggas in Atlanta who understand them niggas perfectly, who would argue the other side of that. But as you listen to them more, you start to understand them more.
I'm a little lost right now. So, but like, what you saying, though, bro? Are you agreeing that Bone Thugs are the original mumble rappers?
No. I'm saying that mumble rap exists, but some people get miscategorized as mumble rappers. So no, Bone
Right.
Thugs is not mumble rap. The niggas is actually rap. They actually saying using words. It's just their cadence is so fast that it's hard to interpret what they saying sometimes. Just
Them
like
niggas from
Busta
Cleveland,
too,
man.
and M on certain songs. But there are a select group of rappers that are mumble rappers and don't be saying shit. But there's other people that get miscategorized as mumble rappers. So all the new niggas is not mumble rappers. They just got played. Like people used to call me a mumble rapper because of my cadence when I first started, and that shit pissed me off because I knew I was saying shit. They just couldn't understand what the fuck I was saying.
So, okay, if you don't feel like, so where does Twista and or Mystical fall into this category?
Oh, they real rappers. The niggas was saying something.
Yeah.
You just can't.
You know
Twista one
that
of the best,
a
if
lot
not
of
the
people
best
just
speed rapper.
Mystical said some things that were difficult to understand. Mystical used to be one of my favorites at one point in time. He went hard, maybe too hard, and that's why we're in the situation we're in now. But anyway, but with Mystical, like he said, I like my woman fire like Cayenne, right? Did you know there was a lot of people that didn't realize he said I like a fire like Cayenne? Like,
Yeah.
Hey, boy, you got a point. You got a point right there. Because when I heard that shit, I was like, what? So yeah, I see what you said, bro. Nah, I agree with you on that.
Because the way he manipulated the word to make it rhyme. But that's what I'm saying. Like some people just can't understand what the rapper is actually saying, so they categorize it as mumbling just because they not interpreting it correctly. So it's really more of us miscategorizing people than them actually being mumble rappers.
what's the motherfucking deal, Professor Trill? I agree that
Nah, bro.
DQ
I
Tacos
see
got
what
the
you
hardest tacos
saying.
in the
Nah,
game.
bro.
DQ got the hardest tacos
I'm
in
not
the game.
saying that. No, I'm not saying that mumble rap is not a real thing.
So
there are niggas that go in the studio.
who would fit in the category of mumble rap that we would know?
Yeah, that was my question.
I don't listen to them niggas, so I couldn't tell you right off the top of my head.
So is Young Thug a mumble rapper?
Sure at times, yeah. At times, yeah.
So how much mumble rapping do you have to do to be labeled a mumble rapper?
I would say he is a mumble rapper because the majority of his shit is just mumbling shit or just making sounds. So I would categorize him as a mumble rapper. I would categorize. I'm trying to think of who else. Like I said, I don't really listen to them niggas, so it's hard for me to say who is one. But yeah, Young Thug is definitely one because, like I said, the majority of his shit is mumble rap. Every now and then he'll say an actual word.
Yeah. What's that song? Horse. I always thought the nigga was saying horses don't stop, they keep going. And this nigga said hustlers don't stop.
That is what he's saying.
Keep going. Huh?
Oh, hustlers. Yeah, hustlers.
Don't stop, they keep going. Yeah, like
they keep going.
That's
my shit, though.
I was like, what the
That's
fuck?
my shit, though. I can't lie, that's my shit.
No, like that's what I'm saying. Somebody put me on that little shit is kind of hate. I hate to admit it. I listen to it maybe once a year, but that bitch I'm like, this ain't just terrible. It's stupid.
He got a couple that go. I gotta give him. He got a couple that go.
That's the run up the digits and run up the money. Yeah. Yeah, the lifestyle shit. Yeah,
that's the shit right there.
Like, yeah, lifestyle. That tell you everything. Man, look. Yeah, it's terrible. It's all bad shit. It's all very bad shit. Terrible for out here in the city.
Hey, Josh, who's your top 5, bro?
I would have to say, Face, Scarface, Pop, Jay-Z, Wayne, And let me see what I'm gonna put at 5. Mm, I'll put Pimp at my 5.
Man, it's such a hard thing to do. Jay-Z, that's interesting. That's interesting.
That nigga gets no play for my motherfucker.
So
But I mean, yeah, he can spit. Oh, I ain't
he can
gonna
rap,
take
I
it from
mean,
him.
you know, it's cool. But like, what is about Jay that makes you to put him in your top 5 for you?
He gonna change
His wordplay. You said Jay-Z?
Not this. Yeah, this.
What
You
about
said Jay Z or Jay the Kid?
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
No, I said Jay-Z.
Oh.
Yeah, I said Jay-Z.
Oh, okay.
His wordplay, his cadence, just overall the songs, the beat selection, the albums, impact, numbers. He's just a good rapper, bro. I can't take it from him. That nigga old, bro.
It's our opinionated at the end of the day. Shit. Yeah, I mean,
Like
the only song I respect from
like
this nigga is Big Pepper.
That's
Reasonable Doubt is timeless, bro. Reasonable Doubt is a timeless album. It's hard to make one of those, bro. But I get it. A lot of especially niggas in the South. A lot of South niggas don't give Jay-Z no run. So I mean, I get it. But if you really listen to his shit, it's hard to deny him.
There's partners around here. They used to fucking. Nigga just. I mean, and he had a couple of songs that I liked, but it just wasn't. It wasn't ever just like, hey, there's that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, where people would put, no, he's one of the greatest, and he's out. Like, I never saw him like that. Like, I just felt like a lot of that was extra.
You gotta
New York
go.
hype.
Nah, you gotta go to his album cut. Like his radio shit is cool, but you gotta go to the album cut. Like he got some shit on them albums, bro.
So if you
Like,
like, so was that the Black Album was solid. It was all right. The Gift and the Curse. I want to say one or two, and I've listened to him actually. Yeah, but
I mean,
shit.
The Blueprint. I'm surprised I ain't bring that shit up. The Blueprint was his best album to me. Shit, he ain't. I like this. Man, what's that other one? Was that Man, what's that other one? With that DOA on there.
Talk about real
Blueprint
stuff tonight, bro. Like I said, today we just gonna get it out of our system. But tonight, the story we talk about tonight, if y'all ain't heard it tonight, I heard about, man, look, it's crazy, it's ridiculous, and it makes no sense. But I can see how somebody with no sense would find logic. When we talk about it, I guarantee this. I'm gonna put the thing up for it early. The story that we have tonight, somebody is going to justify the reason why it's okay. Somebody's going to justify the reason why the actions that took place in tonight's topic is okay. And I'm going to.
Depending on what it is, I know exactly who will justify it.
And I know too. I'm pretty sure we're thinking the same individual. And yeah, I'm not.
I mean, I'm lost, bro. What happened?
Nah, because it's a story I'm gonna talk about.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's a story I'm gonna talk about.
I know who's gonna justify.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the thumbnail up. I'm gonna let y'all have a chance, so that way people can get informed. So I know people say, you start talking about stories, I haven't got the news, I don't know what's happening. So I'm gonna start providing y'all some information ahead of time so that we can be educated on the story. But some of y'all should have heard this already. But yeah, it's like, no, No, it's I can't there is no validation in it. And it's gonna anyway, because I'm gonna
Man,
start
what is
firing
all
up
that?
now. Yes. So see, look, let me see who's paying attention. Let's see who's paying attention. Look, because we ain't got enough time to get into it. We got about 15 minutes left. Yeah, we're gonna talk about we're gonna talk about that fucking waxing story.
I agree. I agree, illusion. I agree with Kendrick is top 10 all time.
But all right, so here's the deal. Yeah, so this is what we'll do. We wrap this call up real quick. Now we engage y'all. We'll give y'all a preview as we get ready to wrap it up. But TD, even though we did look at the lyrics and check it out, you're still wrong. They still mumble rappers. Josh, even though you came in here with your valid definition that was well thought out and put together, you still wrong. Them niggas still some goddamn mumble rappers in my book.
All
So
right, all right.
that's my story and I'm sticking to it. But I do appreciate y'all calling in, man, and sharing your thoughts
Hey,
with
man,
me.
quick question, cause I'm finna get ready to get out myself, bro.
Uh,
Man, you
All
gonna
right,
you gonna be
all
doing the
right,
South?
Bill.
You gonna Yeah, man, you gonna be doing the South for the free agency?
absolutely.
All
Absolutely.
right,
Absolutely.
good.
Like I say,
Good.
just depending on the timing, because I got a little something to handle here in a little bit. Depending on the timing of that, we should be saucing tonight. And if not, like I say, we'll do tomorrow. And if not, we'll definitely have sauce tomorrow. But we should be saucing tonight.
All right, man, you got it, man. Shit, I'm gonna fuck with you, bro. I'm gonna finish knocking out some of these motherfucking miles, bro. I'm gonna fuck with you, bro.
TD, appreciate you calling in, man.
You got it, bro.
Honcho, get back to me before the sauce, bro. I got some shit to go over with you.
Gotcha. I'll call you when we get down the street.
All right, bro.
Uh,
I ain't gonna hold you to that though.
All right, I'm going to call you within 15
All right.
minutes of being done with the stream.
All right, bro.
No, no, no.
Good.
You know, I understand. I'm not a good time scheduler. So I'll be running shit back to back to back. Just shit. And so at least drop this top five. So, yes, since y'all don't know about the waxing story, Roger over there crying. Can't wait now. Because he going to be asleep. I'm going to be asleep. I ain't going to even catch the end of the night. Just want to ruin it. But I want to say the story was out of Memphis. A woman who runs a waxing business, what they call them, estheticians or whatever that is, had her 5-year-old daughter working on clients, waxing them. And she thought that this was a good idea to post this on. So first she thought it was a good idea to do it. Like, now you're gonna make me get mad and use up all my energy. Why you can't listen to niggas like Bravo? She thought it was a good idea. And she's been doing it. And that's what I said. So she thought it was there to do it was a good idea to allow your 4-year-old to wax other grown women's genitalia. Exactly. The women who sat there and she's taking pictures of this shit. Women got their legs cocked up. You see the little girl that, like, that's all I'm gonna say about that. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Save it for tonight. Motherfucker, bro, they was already there. Yeah, you gotta already leave. Like, ain't no motherfucking way. But see, it's not about bashing because like it's just because the shit is ridiculous. Because she posted this is why I ain't want to talk about it. Now I'm ready to start talking about it. I ain't got time to really start talking about it. Unspeakable things. All right. Smells. Let's be honest, y'all got mad. Played that stripper and he was talking about, certain groups of women not being the freshest. Regardless, that's a personal hygiene thing. That's a you thing, right? I'd be a little tart myself right now. But a lot of women got some real bad diets out there. I'm not saying. Just saying, just because you don't live a healthy lifestyle, that it could impact internal organs and things. And anyway, that poor child has been through experiences grown men would never want to speak of in public. Leave it at that. Yeah, just poor baby ain't got no sense of smell. No boy ain't got no nose hairs. Yeah, no, come on. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. What type of people are getting waxed? How many men in here? We're just talking about legal wax, right? Not a, how many men in here, spit up a chip, have gone to get their genitalia waxed? Pause. No pause, right? But seriously, how many of you have done it or ever seriously considered doing it? Not as a prank, not as a joke, not as a thing, like something that, hey, this is a service that I would regularly seek out um, and pay money for someone else to perform for me. Yes, legal ones. The legal ones above the board, right? So tell me, tell me, tell me, what type of people, right? Excuse me, what type of people go, because I'm telling you, what I'm saying, you're not gonna say any man say, yeah, yeah, I did. No, no. Now, so this is what I'm trying to get you. I'm trying to think you could get to the demographic of people who would be utilizing this service. So y'all got me started. This is all Broderick's fault. He's a terrible person. I hate everything that he stands for. I would say mainly women and men that you would probably call metrosexual, something like that. That's what I would believe. That's what I would think. I don't see a situation where the majority of men would go and utilize a service like that, right? Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You'd have to be like a damn. What's something? Something bet, man. What's that? Yeah. Uh, debatable day then tomorrow. Debatable day then tomorrow because I doctor's says some blood work done. You gotta get you what's that your yearly physical. So we'll do that tomorrow. And then depending on what time I get done with all of that stuff. Yeah, but here's my thing though. Like I want y'all to look at the entire thing of what I'm saying. It's not just it's not just grooming yourself. I'm not telling you don't groom yourself personally. But how many men, whether they groom themselves with manscapes or not or anything like that, would actually go out and pay for a service of someone else to rip the hair off your crotch, right? I think personal clippers, you got a set of clippers for whatever services, right? To do the job for most folks if that's what they're doing. I don't think most men are going to go out. I'm not saying that most men don't have hygiene and all that shit. That's not what I'm saying. But I don't think most go to have someone perform that service. What type of people would have someone perform that service? People who spend money frivolously on their appearance. There are a few particular groups who spend more money on their appearance than others. Groups, you say? No. Uh, that's the appropriate jump for this particular situation right now, Solis. I mean, I get what you're saying. But in the context of this story, might not be the best idea. Oh, shit. All right. And this is another reason. Know who has wolf pussy in the chat. Anyway, there's another reason that something that made me think about why I need to change my perspective, right? Because I talk about the message you want to leave behind. I don't necessarily people talk about a legacy, right? I don't I don't know. Like I don't think that's the word I want to use. But I don't think I care about the traditional things that most people care about. And so I think, I fit a different little mold. But for whatever reason. But I want whatever it is that I do leave behind, whatever um message I do want to put out. I do want to put out more positivity, more uplifting things, right? I watched a stand up the other day, Country Wayne, right? Watched a stand up of Country Wayne, and I went into it with haterish intentions, and that's why I said like I had to step back. I went into it with haterish expectations, right? I went into it with hateration in the dancery. Um, so watch it. Said, let me see if he's the same kind of funny he is on his skits. I don't like his skits. I can't stand the skits. I've never found one of them entertaining. I've never found one of them funny. Humor, just don't like. Not my cup of tea. Okay. So, oh, but yeah, never really found him entertaining. Nothing like that, right? So I watched it, and when I say that I was entertained from beginning to end, that it was actually a very solid stand up. You could tell that he practiced it. Definitely, it was probably something new. Or maybe he's been doing it for a while, but his praise presence was good. Everything like it was. It was a better stand up than I've seen from some people who have been in the game for quite some time. It was it was good. It was so I would recommend watching it. Right, I would recommend you checking it out if you have not seen it already. So that's my positive notage, I guess, for the day. What was that stuff? Anyway, so tonight, 9 p.m. Central. I told you to watch Black Mirror. Oh. What's wrong with Black Mirror? I've been trying to watch the newer season of it. I'm gonna be honest. Like I was fucking with Black Mirror up until the episode with Black Captain America. Mm. After that, I was just. But I watched it. I watched it, the stand up, and it was actually good. Yeah, bad faith. And it was good. It was good. It was. I mean, I advise if you like stand up comedy, I would recommend it again. Like it's yeah, it's pretty. He's got some funny shit going on. And again, even if you know kind of a variety sense of humor, to me it may be funnier to some people than others, but it's still going to be funny to your average person. I recommend it to somebody else who I know has odd sense of humor and they found it humorous too. It's still my anecdotal references. But anyway, um, yeah, it's Country Wayne was actually fucking funny. Bro. Like it was man, that's it was funny. It was funny. Like it was funny. Like, I'm not even gonna water it down. Like for I'm not gonna add the caveat. Well, for internet, it of all the I'm not gonna sit there and say I've seen a lot of their specials. I watched Matt Rife. I know because he kind of blew up online, but it wasn't because of skits and shit. But of all the skit people that I've ever seen, it's like pretty much none of them motherfuckers probably hold the country lane that have gotten to a point where they do comedy. He's funnier than DC. Like as far as a stand-up comedy comedian, absolutely. As a matter of fact, somebody stole DC backpack. I think he said he had his like old lady death certificate and some shit in there, like bunch of crazy niggas steal anything from it, but they don't give a fuck. Shane Gillis, I feel like is it the light skinned dude? So I think I know what you're talking about. Oh, so anyway, yeah. Oh, white dude. Okay. And for those of you who like the profanity-free comedy, that Nate Bargatze guy, he's pretty funny too. I like stand-up. I really like. Again, I feel like it's the last safe haven for free speech that maybe kick. And so anyway, it is almost about that time if it ain't that time. It's actually that time on the dot. So we're gonna get ready to wrap it up. Those of you who would like to slide into the Discord, I'm going to drop the Discord link in there. But tonight, like I said, we're going to be talking about the odd situation of waxation and why this is a much larger problem than we realize. Like there's multiple factors in this story that need to be discussed, right? And I'm going to do my best not to go off the beekeeper. Is the beekeeper a stand up or is this like a movie? I still gotta finish. I still gotta finish fucking John Wick and everything else. I've watched John Wick 4 to the point to Mexico. I need to go finish it. Rewatched it, fell asleep, watched it over again. And at the end, like damn, I missed it. What happened in between? I don't even care about the end. I just want to have it back in fucking between and shit. But yeah, so the movie, Jason Statham. See, let's all right, y'all. We gotta figure this thing out. Because, like I said, I do want to get more on the news conversation. I want to get to the news conversation, those kind of topics and things. So definitely expect maybe more. I won't say short form video because I got to make more short content. It's easier to talk about. But see, then it comes times there's those topics you just want to talk. We're going to reserve Friday nights for those topics. So if it's not a Friday night trivia night, game night type thing, because I want to talk about movies, not like movies we love. Well, kind of like movies we love, but like why is it so hard? Because I was watching, that's what she said. Why is it hard for Hollywood to realize like American people want one fucking thing? They act like it's so difficult to make. It's not. They could inundate you with the same shit over and over and over and over. People watch it all day, and it's not a hard formula. It's just make fucking over the top action movies with no politics in them. Right? Like with no politics in them. That's all people want. So I'm watching John Wick. It's really not a bunch of political bullshit, just a bunch of fucking fighting and action. And come on, we've watched Tubi movies together. We know niggas will watch anything with just a little bit of drama. It ain't got to be like super action. You motherfucking just walk around punching niggas, they'll watch. Just give it like a half-ass story. I was going back the other day, I was watching the Monster Works. It was like, I get the Marvel stuff. I fuck with that. That's cool. All the DC stuff, that's cool. But for me, the lobby shit is the fucking monster. I like the over the top fucking destruction, right? I was rewatching fucking fucking Hulu pissed me the fuck off. I was rewatching the shit. I ain't really even watched the Kong. Kong was never, I just never fucking Kong like that. But I need to watch his side too. But I went back and watched Godzilla, King of the Monsters. And the stories are terrible. They really don't it's not the great, but it doesn't how can you expect you just need this poignant artistic story in a movie about monsters bashing shit? I'm like, what do you expect? Like you can't have it all. Right? Godzilla and King Kong seal their fate and have a monkey lizard baby or some shit. I don't fucking know. Right? I don't know what people want, right? But to me, people are pretty satisfied with some over the top action, a bunch of shit getting destroyed, the disaster porn. See, here come niggas calling in late that ain't got nothing to do. I shouldn't answer this phone call. What you want, nigga?
If you don't get your motherfucking ass off of here, you been told, I need to go. I'm gonna wrap this up, and you just still fucking talking. We can talk about this shit later on tonight.
See, if I then I won't, I'll be out of context, nigga. That's why I answered the
No,
phone.
go handle your goddamn business. Stop bullshitting. Go handle your business, nigga.
Right.
This wrong with our people. We can't never get ahead because we be fucking around. Get your ass off of here and go handle your business.
Goodbye, nigga. anyway, there. So, with that being said, the longer you rant, the less I can do to handle my motherfucker. I knew it. That's why I answered the phone the way I did, because because I knew exactly what he was going to say. There was no surprise there. Anywho, I don't know this nigga Trill. Met this nigga one time in my life. But you're right. All right. Till tonight. Movie suck. Over the top action. Yeah, just want violence. That's all we need, man. Yeah, that's it. Like I don't need all that fucking. You said about the Roadrunner Coyote project. All right, I'm gone. Adios. Tonight we're talking about wax in action and nigga slacking. I couldn't come up with nothing I'm talking about. Bye. Adios. New teach everyone else. Until tonight.